Hello Libra and welcome. This is your weekend love reading where we only talk about love. Your connection, the person on your mind and everything that's got to do with love. So get your energies in place and think about the person that's the most on your mind, because that's what we're going to be looking at, your connection. All right, this side I have your energy, the person on your mind, your connection, the action that you're going to take, the action that your person is going to take, and your love language. We're going to look at these a little later. So let's have a look. Libra, on your side, you have the Tower, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Wands. When I look at the cards, I am actually compelled to say that it seems like something is coming down, something that was built on a very good foundation. And this could very well be a marriage. This could very well be a very long-standing relationship, possibly with a Taurus, possibly with an earth sign. And I do see the Nine of Wands, which tells me, because this is your energy, and it tells me that you're not giving up. You cannot believe, you don't want this to sort of collapse. You believe in this connection a lot, but this connection is something's happening, something's sort of shocking you at this point of time. Let me see the energy that's attached to you, or the person in your mind, or whoever you are thinking of at this moment, Libra. The Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Moon. Firstly, this energy feels very, very stable. They feel very, very solid in their space. And it almost seems like they are, tending to themselves, and they are probably not paying enough attention to you. So if this is actually a marriage, or if this is something, it just seems that the other person is more invested in whatever they are pursuing. Could be work related, could very well be work related, but there is some sort of disconnect. I also feel you may have made up your mind. You might be thinking of the worst possible scenario, and that might not be the case, Libra. Let me see what your connection is. The King of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. That is a lot of swords, by the way. And I would like to say that again. I feel this is something that's just in the mind. I feel the worst case scenarios are playing up in your head, and when the mind goes really, really fast and the mind goes in a lot of places, we tend to take actions which cannot be undone. So be very careful of the actions, be very careful of what you speak. There is really no need for jumping to conclusions. I'm actually getting that in the connection that you have. There is a particular tendency of somebody to jump to conclusions. So try and avoid that for this weekend. Actions from your side, we have the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Swords. I feel like you have reached a point where you're like, no, I need to know, and I want to talk about it. While that is a good energy, you can also talk about it peacefully, in a good setting, in a good scenario, over lunch, over dinner, at a place which does not feel heavy, so the communication becomes lighter. Action from your partner's side is the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel that the person is very, very passionate, and in fact they love talking about work. So there is a very high possibility you may want to talk about the self and the connection, but the person wants to talk about work. And sometimes we have to fall in love with the personality that the person brings. So you have to sort of find a line, a common ground on which you both can talk. And you have to show, as in, it would be nice if you appreciate them, and if you bring that love, and if you just gently bring the conversation, so what do you think about us? That could be one way. And let me see what is your love language. Your love language is the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Sword. You know, this is a very, very stable and independent energy. This is a very, very hardworking energy. Again, there are a lot of pentacles. This connection here has a lot. Either one of you has, somebody has a lot of work on their mind, growth on their mind, and I think that is good. But I feel beyond work, it becomes a little difficult to talk and come up with common conversations. So you're being encouraged to find common grounds of conversations between you and your partner, I guess. And I guess that's also a good way to learn and get to know each other more, because that brings a lot of variety in the conversation. Finally, let me see what is your love message. This is the power of love, and it's a very powerful and activation card, and it is virtue. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourages others to grow. Like I said, this reading is all about growth. This reading is all about growing together. So if you really want a person to be a part of your life, you have to accept them and understand their growth and become a part of their growth. And that would be a lovely way to take a relationship forward. So I hope this reading helps. I will see you, Libra, in your next reading. Till then, keep loving.